P1 over here. I hope you're having a splendid day wherever you are in the world. Guys, I'm sorry there was no video last night up on the channel. Just a little bit of a hectic day yesterday. But guys, we are back with episode 4 of the brand new game on the channel, Project Cars 2. And for the first time, let's actually take a look at the intro of this game. Obviously, you guys know I put other music in the background because the music of the game is copywritten. So if I play this music, I can get my rear end handed back to me by YouTube thanks to the copyright laws. But in any case, guys, this is by far the most beautiful looking game of all the Sims that I know of. But I'm not just the Sims I play. Obviously, I watch other Sims on YouTube and all that types of stuff. F1, Dirt 4, Dirt Rally, iRacing, Assetto Corsa, you name them all. No game looks as good as Project Cars 2, and I will stand by that. Doesn't play the best, doesn't feel the best in all scenarios, but this is a really beautifully rounded off game. I've already found a few grits with the game that I don't like, but it's nothing that can, like they would say, like accountants would say, it's nothing that's gonna break the bank. The general feel of this game is just absolutely fantastic, and it forces you to drive. It's not like some of the other games where you can sometimes get away with just easing it up a bit. This game, if you want to get pace out of your car, if you want to perform good, you're gonna have to push every single boundary that there is. So guys, heading towards this episode, I'm just showing you guys the intro because I think it's a freaking cool intro, and this game is really, like I said when I started this career mode, well, this series of the game, we're not just always going to do career mode episodes, guys. I'm going to do a lot of endurance racing on this game. I've already had so many ideas of stuff I want to do. Big events I want to get my head on, that I want to take myself into, that I want to challenge myself with. So yeah, as you guys see, we're going to head back to the career mode. We are starting, I'm not sure which championship to be exact. This game has got the freaking longest championship names. But we won the Formula Rookie Series the previous episode, and now we're continuing into the next championship with the same cars. Formula Rookie European Championship, but this is like the highest championship you can get with this class. So guys, after we're done with this championship, we're heading towards the next cars, which I think are go-karts. If I'm not mistaken, I hope. That's going to be a few fun ones. Hopefully the go-karts aren't such a handful to handle as these things. If you really push the boundaries of these little Formula cars, they can really be a handful. So as you guys see, heading into qualifying, I've now put the pit assists completely off, guys. I'm in control of the car during the pit lane. So you guys saw there, I put the pit lane speed limiter on, all that type of jazz. So that's a fun thing that I'm gonna have to get used to really quickly, especially when we start doing endurance racing, where we're gonna have to start making pit stops. So you guys see that I have a little bit of a drift there through the first corner. We are actually, what's this track's name again? Jimmy Clarkson, James May, and Richard Hammond drive this track on the very first episode of the Grand Tour, where they take the LaFerrari, the McLaren P1, and the Porsche 918 Spider around this beautiful racing facility. Yeah, it's where they take the three cars are referred to as the Holy Trinity. I'm not necessarily one in supporting that name, but those three cars are still, even though those cars are like 5 years old now, they are still entwined in one of the biggest car rivalries that there has ever been between manufacturers. And we're talking about McLaren, Porsche, and Ferrari. British, Italian, and German. You can't get any better than that. So maybe one day, if I get friends on this game, we can do a Porsche 918, McLaren P1, and Ferrari LaFerrari challenge. Because if you guys don't know, all three of those cars are on this game. So if you play Project Cars and you want to have a little bit of a collab with me, don't hesitate. Let's do that. That'll be a fun challenge. Not that I think I'm going to do anything good with the challenge, because obviously I'm still learning the game. But I'll definitely be jumping into the LaFerrari, because that's the car that I feel is the best between the three. Obviously, you guys are going to hate me in the comments now for saying that, because I know the McLaren P1 is it's got a big fandom, and also the 918. Actually, of the three, as far as I'm concerned, I think the LaFerrari has got the smallest amount of fans. Definitely the P1 the most, and then the Porsche 918. It's nicely in between the Ferrari and the McLaren. The McLaren is definitely the most elegant car. It's the easiest on the eyes. But when it comes to raw power and raw beauty, the LaFerrari takes it. The Porsche to me is just, it's too basic. I've never been a fan of the Porsche. It's just really too basic. I feel Porsche could have done so much more effort on the exterior like they did with all the internal stuff. I'm not talking about the interior itself. I'm talking about how technologically advanced that car is. If you guys don't know what's going on underneath the Porsche 918, it's much more sophisticated than the P1 and the LaFerrari. On that the whole stage, the Porsche takes it. The Porsche is technologically the superior car. But when it comes to just liking cars in general, I'm a Ferrari fan. I'm sorry. But the McLaren is a close second. I'm not going to lie. The McLaren is a close second. So maybe one day I'll do like a challenge of my own between the three cars when I'm eventually much better at the game. We can do a time attack, straight line, all that types of stuff. So we can actually see which car is the fastest. And then I'll tell you guys what my experience was with each one of them. But guys, heading towards the first race of this championship, 15 red lights. I'm just going to call it 5 red lights, guys. That's how what we're used to. It's green. We are underway. Not really the most exciting start, as these cars are not very fast. But I'm not going to lie, guys. They are fun to drive. I got the jump on the line at the base start. That's one thing that the AI are actually very slow, or not. Well, they're not slow. They're not really very good off the line. They tend to be slow, but I think that's just because my AI difficulty is still really low. I'm driving at this stage. I think I was driving on 65 difficulty, and I'm not sure to what this game goes to. It's probably something like 110 or 120. But I'm gonna slowly but surely bump it up, guys. Before the end of this episode, I did drive with 75. I think actually the next race I drove with 75, if I'm not mistaken. AI difficulty. So yes, and you guys are not just gonna see these cars this episode. I've actually got a little bit of an invitational event coming at the end of the episode. But what I'm driving, which track and weather conditions, I'm gonna keep that to myself, so you have to stay till the end to see that. Also guys, please don't hesitate to drop a like down below on the video. It's only gonna take you 2 seconds, and it helps me out a lot. Please, I highly appreciate that. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social media platforms, Twitter and Instagram. If you share this video and you tag me on Instagram or Twitter, I will give you a shout out in a future video. So please feel free to do that. And I'm going to ask you again at the end of the episode. So if you don't want to be asked again, just do it. Just do it! In any case, guys, also, if you are new to the Turbo Fox Racers family, it's the first time you're feasting your eyes on these beautiful cars and on this beautiful channel, please don't hesitate to hit the subscribe down below. Don't forget to ding the bell to never miss a future episode of Project Cars 2 F1 2019, a very soon coming F1 2020, and Dirt 4. You will have all your sim racing needs met here on Turbo Fox Racers. And if you have just went down below, hit the subscribe, and you dinged that bell, welcome to the family. It's very nice to have you a part of the family. Guys, on our way to 250 subscribers, so please, even though you've shared this channel so many times, keep sharing. The grind is real. We're gonna get there eventually, and when we get there, it's gonna be so much fun. Guys, I'm still working on a 100 subscribers special for you guys, because we hit 100 subscribers recently, but I'm a little bit, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, so I'm still working on ideas for a 100 subscriber special. But trust me, that video will be coming pretty soon. I'm just gonna have to use this little noggin on mine to get some ideas pumping throughout the brain. In any case, back to the action, guys. 4 laps of this beautiful race. And as you guys can see, I'm a little bit under pressure from the cars behind. I did make a few mistakes there in the first sector. Guys, this game is really gonna bump up my consistency level. Because you guys know my consistency is the thing I need to work on the most, and this game, with there being no flashbacks and all that types of jazz, I'm really gonna have to work on my consistency, because that is what this game is so grindacious. Is that even a word? But that is what this game grinds out of you, is to be consistent. Otherwise it's gonna bite you in the hiney. But in any case, this track, actually I enjoyed it a lot, but now I can see why Jeremy, Richard and James enjoyed the Holy Trinity around this track so much. It's a fantastic track to drive, and I think with those spectacular cars, that level of what's the word I'm looking for? That level of just awesomeness is what I can explain it as around this track. It had to feel absolutely amazing. But as you guys can see here, we are leading the way with a very significant amount. I've built up the gap now once again to just over 1 second. It's now falling again to underneath 1 second. There we go, it's underneath 1 second. And the slipstream on this game, as far as I know, is everything within a second. With I think the higher downforce cars, which upsets the air around the car much more, it is up to 1.5, but I'm not completely sure. But these cars struggle to latch onto one another anything over 1 second. So you guys can see the guy behind me is catching me a little bit, but that's thanks to slipstream. Heading through these first corner, that's a lot aggressive. That's very aggressive. That's not what I needed. We've got the second place van now running side by side with us. Heading through this next corner, we're going to go for the beautiful switchback maneuver. From the outside to the inside, we're going to have the outside for this next corner. Side by side, wheel to wheel racing here. And I can't remember the name of the track, but it's okay. It's a drag race out towards the next corner. It seems like we've got the speed. And yes, we've got to defend our P1 successfully heading in towards this next corner. Beautiful move there from myself. The AI still keep it in there. They still keep it in there, but to no avail. We have kept the position with a nice little bit of driving there. I have to say that myself. That was actually very, very good. And as you guys can see, my lines in comparison to the lines of the AI are a lot different. I think that's just because I am still learning the game, first of all. Second of all, it's just, I don't know, I think the lower difficulty AI take worse lines so that they're slower, because some of the lines that these AI take through the corners just don't make sense. Like, not even a little. But like I said, I think that is thanks to the lower difficulty of AI. Now, guys, the rest of this race was, I'm not gonna lie, was a little bit boring. I did stay in the lead from this point on. Don't worry, I'm not gonna show you the whole entire race, or am I? I actually can't remember. But guys, when it comes to pure driving, the way this game drives, I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed with Project Cars 2. Some cars, especially some vintage cars, tend to give you an uphill battle when you drive them. Obviously, I play around a bit in like a custom game mode, in custom races, just so I can get you. Wowie, wow, yowie, wowie. That was stupidly wide. So you guys see how now, once again, I'm under pressure from the second place man. But I'm back to what I was saying. This game really, it drives spectacularly. It's just some of the older cars are, they are very hard to drive. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But actually, after I did this race, I went into a custom game, but just to practice a little bit with, I can't remember what car I drove, but it was a much higher class car, completely different. I think it was track day class A cars, like the Pagani's on the Revolution, P1, the McLaren P1, GTR, those types of cars. And no, it wasn't those cars. Guys, it was something else. I can't remember. But I put the handling to authentic, meaning it's like the cars are in real life. And the car was actually, the authentic handling was no ABS, low traction control, and stability control. And I have to be honest, I actually really didn't struggle too much with the ABS. The ABS on this game, when it's turned off, is much friendlier. There's contact between myself and the second place man, and he goes spinning for doing that very, I would call it a desperate dive bomb. But luckily, he is now out of the race. But like I was saying, guys, the ABS is a lot more forgiving on Project Cars 2. I'm gonna call it just PC2, guys. To say Project Cars 2 every time is a little bit of an annoyance, not to bash the game or anything, but I'm just gonna say PC2. The ABS is really forgiving on PC2 because, unlike on F1, if you stamp on the brakes, you're gonna lock up. This game, as soon as you go into the braking zone, you can stamp on the brakes and easily let go of the throttle. On F1, the braking zones are so short, it's really hard to do that. It's not a world of difference, but the F1 game, for some other reason, it's 10 times harder to drive without ABS on a pad. On a wheel, I know it's cheap. But on this game, I'm going to leave the handling on authentic. So when it comes to the vintage cars, we're not going to have traction control, we're not going to have ABS, we're not going to have stability control. So that's going to be a fun experience, but we'll get there eventually. But at this stage, as you guys can see, we've actually no, that's not an invitational event, not yet. Guys, I can't wait to do the invitational events. They are just They are epic to drive. But the next track we're heading to is the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. And it's the shorter version of this track. Basically, the entire first sector that we are used to on the F1 game is cut out. We've only got the second sector and the third sector, which is the second sector is also a bit edited, as you guys can see there, the green sector 2. It's not the little kink and then just straight. It's a little bit otherwise. You guys are going to see here on my best quali lap, we literally waited till the very last seconds of qualifying to set our fastest laps. But as you guys can see, the conditions are a little bit overcast. Beautiful clouding. I mean, I lose myself with just watching the weather conditions on this game because it really just looks stupendous. It's such a privilege to look at this game. It really is awesome. And with this game looking so beautiful, guys, it's really a joy to drive some of the tracks. I mean, Catalunya to me looks amazing, and this is not even the full track layout. I actually can't wait to drive this track with other cars with the full track layout. Guys, cars I think I'm really going to put a lot of time into is cars like the GT3 cars and cars around that class. GT3, GT1, track day class A. There's track day class A, B, C, D, E, and no, it only goes to D. But guys, there's so many cars in this game. It actually astonishes me how Project Cars did this. It's actually what I wish Gran Turismo Sport would do, and not have so many cars without interiors. Because there are still cars on the game that don't have interiors. So that's one of the reasons I'm just completely off of GT Sport. And guys, GT Sport now with the new all these massive esports events, GT Sport has become so competitive. It's not even fun to race online anymore. Guys, I literally tried. I know it was like 4, 5, 6 months the last time you guys saw a GT Sport video from me before I posted the last one, and before I posted the first Project Cars video. And guys, there were so many times that I played the game, tried online racing, tried to do some fancy stuff. The game just isn't content creator friendly. It just isn't. And that is why it sounds very terrible. But that's why I ditched Gran Turismo Sport completely. And this game, on the other hand, is so much more content creator friendly. And I'm really looking forward to this. Obviously, I'm going to get better at the game as time goes on. I'm going to get better at the tracks. I'm going to get better at the cars. It's guys, you guys do not understand how steep the learning curve is with Project Cars 2, with PC 2. But we'll get there. And with you guys supporting the videos, supporting the content, it's just a pleasure for me to keep grinding it out and to keep myself up to date with everything Project Cars 2. And guys, I'm really taking my hats off to Slightly Mad Studios. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm actually going to check something else. Show something else. And guys, I finally realized why this game feels so much similar to Need for Speed Shift to Unleashed. Because it's the same people who designed the game. Guys, Slightly Mad Studios are co-creators to Shift to Unleashed. Now guys, this is probably one of the best games, one of the most memorable games for me on PS3 is Need for Speed Shift to Unleashed. And I'm literally looking at the casing now. The creators of Need for Speed Shift to Unleashed, obviously, you have EA, who are the main creators of Need for Speed, well, they were. And then the two co-creators, the game coding is done by Slightly Mad Studios, and the sound is done by DTS Digital Surround and Dolby Digital. And then the main sponsor of the game is the FIA GT1 World Championship. Oh my great goodness, this just makes a lot more sense now. Okay, Slightly Mad Studios, you've done it again. You've managed to make a game that completely steals SLR Turbo 51's heart, aka myself. Guys, I cannot tell you guys how many good memories I have on Need for Speed Shift to Unleashed. And this is basically, you can look at Project Cars 1 as Shift 3, and this is Shift 4, basically. It's not Need for Speed where you can build the cars, it's just the cars are already given to you, and you have to make with that what you want. I mean, oh, my brain is just broken. Oh, now I know why I love this game. I love this handling engine, I love how this plays. It plays actually a lot similar to Shift to Unleash, but just in a lot more oh, that's a little bit of a jump there, guys, so you guys are going to miss this epic overtake I made. Well, the fact where I actually swerved out of his slipstream and KK got into the lead. But in any case, still a beautiful move. What I wanted to say was, it handles a lot similar to Shift to Unleashed. Only this handles in a much more simulation type way, if I can put that. Shift to Unleash is definitely more arcade based. They did try and get a nice mix between the two, between sim and between arcade. But this game is full on simulation, and you can feel the simulation aspect of Shift to Unleashed. Some of it is still present here within Project Cars 2, which to me is actually epic. Yeah, now I've just this game, just like, I've just fallen in love with this game. As you guys are watching now, I've fallen in love with this game even more. How is that even possible? But in any case, yeah, there you guys have it. The button in any case has dropped itself on the video. But in any case, once again I did it. You guys can see complete 50 laps in Korea to unlock this invitational event. Ooh! You guys know what I said earlier in the video. I'm going to give you guys an invitational event. There's the email. Boom! Shakalaka. Invitational event. We are going to go get us some of that. Okie dokie. So let's go to the invitational event. Come on, one more. There we go. It is a track special invitational event. Okie dokie. Guys, there's so many of these events that I think are going to be absolutely awesome. And they are actually going to help me learn the cars more and drive them a lot better. So yes, we have the UK Lightweight Track Challenge. Ooh! KTM X R. KTM X R. Ooh! KTM 620R. Ooh! Guys, I'm going for the K-Trim. I'm going for the K-Trim. When it comes to K-Trim and KTM, I'm a K-Trim fan. And this 620R, I've always wanted to drive this car and feel how it feels. Please don't be wet. Please don't be wet. Guys, look at the black and green. That one. Oh, black with neon green stripes. Woo! Yep, I'm taking this one. It's in the D road class D. How do you say that? It's in the road class, and within the road class, it's in class D. Is that how you said? I don't know. But in any case, it's us versus the K-Trims, and great goodness, it is wet. Hoi vey! It is very, very wet. Yikes! And it's foggy too. Now you guys can actually see the perfection of PC2's weather conditions. I mean, they just let me through. Okay, guys, I'm not even going to try and act as if this is the first time I've been trying and me just succeeding. No, that's an absolute lie. I restarted and exited this event probably 82,000 times. This was stupidly hard. One thing that I've never had to deal with before is intense aquaplaning. Now, what happens here? As you guys can see on the track, there are puddles. Now, the puddles, usually when you aquaplane on games like F1 or Dirt, it's minimal. Now, I've quickly realized, because I tested this with other race cars, GT3 cars, I tested it with road cars. The smaller the car, this is what I came off. As you guys can see, I can't get control of this K-Trim. My theory, and I'm probably going to be wrong, but that's how I experienced it thus far. The smaller, the lighter the car and the smaller the tires, the easier the puddles on the track affect the car, which it is like in real life. But ooh, as I mount that curb very aggressively. But yeah, basically I turned on traction control. I turned on ABS, I turned on stability control, and still the car does this. So this was not a fun invitational event. This was just absolute rage after rage after rage after rage after rage, and it was the typical SpongeBob moment of one eternity later, and then I was finally done with the event. I think this event took me like 18 hours. Not that I sat 18 hours in front of my PlayStation, 18 hours in total just to get it done. I mean, this was just stupidly hard. I'm so glad I made it just 3 laps because, yeah. And guys, yes, I did go and turn down the AI. I turned them down to, I think, like 40. Because other than literally everything above that and they would completely trash me. So I'm gonna this type of weather with this type of car, I will have to practice. But this scenario is gonna happen so little that it's not even it's not really worth practicing. But I will do some sort of practice with this one day, and hopefully one day in the future this goes better. But guys, thank goodness we're done with this. You guys are gonna see as I go across the line, I have a crash because the water just and no, I checked. The car was not on normal slick tires or anything. It was on wet tires. You guys can see I immediately skipped the cool down lap because I was just so frustrated with this. I just wanted to get it done and dusted. I didn't even want to show you guys this because I drove like an absolute... I don't even know what to... I drove like somebody who never had who has never gotten their license before. Well, legally in any case. Don't worry, I got my license legally. Trust me, I did. But damn, this was no fun. I'm not gonna lie. This track, these cars, dry weather would have been epic. Wet weather absolutely sucked. But in any case, guys, that has been all the driving we have had time for this episode. And I actually hope you guys enjoyed this, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, even though that final race was an absolute atrocity on its own, this was fun. And this game, just like the Dirt 4 career mode, episode by episode, is getting more fun. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really get frustrated sometimes because I'm so used to being consistent with my driving when it comes to my driving, if you can call it my driving talent, when it comes to F1 2019 and Dirt 4, that now I need to learn a whole new game and a whole new handling engine from scratch. So yeah, this really is not the easiest thing for me. It is hard to learn all these things. But I will get there, guys. I will get there. You guys just have to be patient with me, please. That's all I'm asking. Be patient with your boy SLR Turbo 51. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the end. We are gonna get better. This game's gonna get more epic episode by episode. That's a guarantee. I've got some epic invitational events coming a little bit later on. But guys, that has been this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying till the end. Please, if you haven't done it yet, drop a like down below on the video. Share this video with your friends on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, I don't care where. If you're on Twitter and Instagram, tag me when you share it and I will give you a shout out in a future video. And lastly, and the thing that's most important, subscribe down below. Don't forget to ding the bell, and I'll see y'all next time. Cheers!